Hello everyone. I'm truly excited to be here with all of you today. I'm Rashi Wadhwa, having 20 plus years of experience in IT industry, and over the years I have worked closely with tech teams, hiring managers and recruiters. And let me tell you something. Job descriptions are often the most misunderstood part of the hiring process. We read them, panic, doubt ourselves or ignore them completely. Today we are going to change that. By the end of this session, you will be able to confidently decode job descriptions and understand what recruiters actually look for in a tech candidate. So let me ask you one thing. How many of you have ever read a job description and thought, I'm not sure, I tick all of these boxes, should I even apply? But believe me, you are not alone who is having self-doubts. Let's dive in. Job title, something sometimes generic like software developer, but doesn't always tell the whole story. About the company, don't skip this part. It tells you about culture, industry, values and mission. If they mention innovation a lot, they expect agility. Roles and responsibility, this is where most of us stop, but don't just look for tasks. Look for patterns. What problems are they trying to solve? Required skills. This actually mixes must-haves and wish list items. Preferred qualifications. These are ideal but not mandatory. Culture and benefits. This tells you what they value beyond work. Flexibility, team dynamics, learning support. Let me tell you about Shreya, a student who saw a job post for a front-end developer. The JD had React, TypeScript, GraphQL, Figma. Shreya only knew React. She almost didn't apply, but she showcased her React projects on GitHub, explained her eagerness to learn the rest, and guess what? She got the interview call and eventually the job. What have you learned from this story? You don't need to tick every box. Show potential, not perfection. Now let's talk about what recruiters are really looking. Let's bust the myth. Recruiters don't just look for skills, they look for signals. Here's what they are really searching for. Number one, if JD has this line, problem solving agility, then you should read as, can you break down a task and find solution, not just code. If JD has this line, learning agility, then you should read as, are you a quick learner? Do you adapt to new tools, challenges? Third, if JD has this line, collaboration and communication, this is especially for remote or agile teams. Can you explain your thinking clearly? Number 4, if JD has this line, ownership, take it as, have you built or contributed to anything beyond coursework? Number 5, if JD has this line, clarity of thought, they want how you answer questions or you have clarity of subject matter. I hope it is making sense to you. Now let's understand this with a real-time story. Ankush and Meera both applied to a data analyst internship. Ankush had a better GPA, but Meera had built a real-time COVID-19 dashboard using public APIs. Share it on LinkedIn and even got comments from industry folks. Who do you think got the call back? Yes, it's Meera. And what lesson you learn from this? What you build counts more than what you say. Yes, let me ask you one thing. How many of you have a GitHub portfolio or side projects? Type yes if you do or WIP if you are working on it. Let's understand red flags and green flags in job descriptions. Now let's flip the lens a bit. Up until now, you have been talking about what recruiters look for in you, but let's take a moment to talk about what you should look for in a job description. Yes, job descriptions also give away a lot about the company and its work culture. So let's break it down into two parts. Number 1, red flags. These should make you pause and question buzzwords like rockstar developer or must work well under pressure. These often hint at unclear expectations or chaotic work environment. Unrealistic requirements like asking for 5 years of experience in a technology that's only been around for 3 years, and especially when applying for a fresher role. No mention of mentorship or team structure. If a company doesn't say anything about onboarding or training, it could mean you will be left figuring things out on your own. Let's talk about green flags. These are the signs you should seriously consider applying. The JD mentions training, learning support, or structured onboarding. This shows they invest in people, especially freshers. They provide clear KPIs. For example, you will be expected to ship your first feature in 30 days. That tells you they have measurable goals and defined expectations. You see signs of a positive work culture. They talk about collaboration, innovation, or ownership. This often reflects a healthy team environment where ideas are valued. So think before you act. Always remember, a job description doesn't just tell you what they want from you. It also gives you a sneak peek into how they work and what they offer. Don't ignore these clues. Let's understand this with a real-time example. Anjali was applying for a DevOps internship. The JD listed Docker, CI/CD, Agile, terms she was not familiar with, but it also mentioned training will be provided. Then she applied, showed curiosity, and in the interview she said, I have not used Docker yet, but I have already enrolled in a course and have started a small project. And they hired her. Here's the lesson. Recruiters love self-starters more than for know-it-alls. So be a self-starter. Now let's dive in how to match yourself to a job description. Now here is how to turn a job description into your secret weapon. Most people just read a JD, but the smart ones reverse engineer it. Let me show you how you can do that step by step. Number 1. Highlight keywords. Start by underlining the tools, skills, and values that appear frequently in the JD. These are the clues about what really matters to the company. You can even use these tools like JobScan or just ask ChatGPT to help match your resume to the specified role. Isn't it simple? Step 2. Map your experience. Take those keywords and ask yourself, where have I demonstrated this? It could be through your classroom project, hackathons, internship, or even freelance gigs. Every experience counts if you know how to present it. So start presenting yourself. Step 3. Tailor your resume. Please, no generic resumes. Each role deserves a version of your resume that speaks their language. Change the order, tweak the summary, and show how you match what they need. Step 4. Create your 2-minute pitch. This is gold during interviews. Be ready to answer confidently. So why should we hire you for this role? If somebody will ask you, practice your pitch. Make it crisp, relevant, and personal. It will impact a lot. And step 5. Use the STAR method for interview answers. If you remember, we spoke about this in our last session also. If you haven't seen that, please check our YouTube channel. That situation, task, action, and result. And this is how you tell your story with impact. For example, don't just say, I worked on a project. Instead say, we faced a deadline issues. I was in charge of backend. I optimized the code and collaborated with another team. And we delivered ahead of schedule. So remember, the JD is not just a list of expectations. It's a blueprint to help you align your story, showcase your potential, and stand out in a crowd. Let me give you a chance to exercise this. Let me give you a JD line. Say you will work closely with the cross-functional teams to build scalable web solution using React and Node.js. Now, what would you highlight from this sentence to tailor your resume? Please comment your answers on my comment box. Let's move to our next topic, bonus insights from real recruiters. And here is what tech recruiters often say. Generic resumes don't work. We can spot mass applications in seconds. If you have worked on real world projects, mention the impact, not just the tech used. Referrals get priority, so network smartly. We are not looking for a perfect people. We are looking for curious, collaborative learners. Let me ask you, have you ever got an interview call via referral? Answer in comment box. So what are the key takeaways from today's session? Decoding a GD is equal to understanding the company's needs. Show what you have built so far. Don't just list skills. Focus on mindset and growth. Tailor your approach. One size doesn't fit at all. The job description is not a test. It's a treasure map. You just need to read it with the right lens. At iMerit, we help students like you go beyond job descriptions. We help you become job ready with assessments, resume reviews, mock interviews, and mentoring. We bridge the gap between talent and opportunity. With our tools like CoiCraft, CoiScore, we help you evaluate yourself. So thank you and see you next month with more interesting topic. Happy learning.